Hello there. Today I will talk about a super important topic, handling conflicts. Some of us originate from families where all problems were addressed right away. Wonderful. Those people are mostly able to handle conflicts pretty well in their adult lives. Others come from families where the parents never addressed conflicts in front of the kids, and as a lot of our current behaviors are based on our childhood experiences, they're now not willing to talk about problems either. However, they do realize that that is actually wrong. The main reason, of course, is fear of the consequences. First of all, oftentimes we very well know what the reaction to our complaints and criticisms would be, and we just don't want to hear that. Because then we would have to act on that and do something brave or uncomfortable. And then it is in our nature that we want to be liked, so we rather shut up. But silence erases only precious time, but not our problems. So we sulk and are angry that the other one doesn't see what the problem is. And then we have a conflict. And then we have relationship problems. It is a good idea to become a little more independent of the judgment of your partner, to become more autonomous. When I then get an answer I don't like, I won't break down. And I can also deal with the consequences better if the answer actually needs a follow-up action. A relationship is a place to grow, and learning to stand on your own 2 feet is part of that. What you should also learn is to communicate better. That means to address conflicts in a very early stage and in an adequate way. I can deal with the truth much better than with something I don't know, because I can't help but interpreting what I see, and the movie in my head is more often a drama than a romantic comedy. So it would be a good idea to sit down and make a commitment. Talk about everything, accept the no as an entire sentence, etc. And when I know how to address what I want in a healthy way, it is really not such a heroic but rather easy thing to do. When you blame, attack, nag, or shout, the brain of your partner goes into the fight or flight mode and shuts down. That won't lead to anything good. So instead of saying, hello, can't you see how fat I got? Because you never take the kids. I just don't have any time to go to the gym, so don't look at me like that. You can also say, honey, how about that? I go to the gym tonight and you take care of Ben, and tomorrow you can go out for a drink and I stay home. Well, you'd much rather respond in a positive way to the last approach, wouldn't you? There's one thing that can prevent or limit conflicts and dissatisfaction, and that is a good amount of self-care. And to support your partner in being able to do his or her self-care routines as well. You should be so important to yourself not to neglect that. And when you're more content, you have fewer reasons to fight. I know time constraints due to job and kids sometimes make that hard to do, but to do a bit is better than nothing, isn't it? A super secret tip, at least for most of you, is when you move your big muscles like quadriceps, stresses are resolved much quicker. So if you have something serious to talk about, take your partner and go for a walk. And if you don't believe me, just picture the following situation. You are sitting in your kitchen, cornered by the table and 3 chairs, with the back to the wall. And Mary Jane says, honey, please be open and freely talk about what is bothering you. Haha, very funny. I will end this video with a little story that I found really moving. In a class, I met this woman who was around the age of 70. Her husband passed away a couple of years ago, and in the hospital, the nurses wanted to offer her a lot of support that she didn't need. And that really surprised the nurses. Of course, she was grieving, but for the past 20 years, they had family gatherings once a month, where the entire family sat down and talked about everything that was going on in their lives. So when he died, nothing was left unsaid, and they could let him go a little more easily. I think such a regular get-together is a brilliant idea. So use your time and talk. Good luck.